Hello students, in my this video I will discuss about the process pollination. So what is the definition of pollination? Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of the gynoecium. But the actual definition of pollination is transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of the gynoecium of the same flower, or of different flowers of the same plant, or of the different flowers of the different plant of the same species is known as pollination. So four conditions are there. First condition, transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of the gynoecium of the same flower. It is the first condition. And the second condition, different flowers of the same plant. And the third condition, different flowers of different plant. And the fourth condition, but of the same species. It is known as pollination. I will describe with the help of a diagram. You have to practice this diagram. Okay, so first case, pollination takes place within the same flower. Second case, different flowers of the same plant. And the third case, different flowers of the different plant. Okay, but both the plants belonging to the same species. That is the fourth condition. So pollination types, pollination mainly of two types. First one, self pollination. Second one, cross pollination. Self pollination may be of two types, autogamy, geitonogamy, and cross pollination also known as xenogamy or allogamy. Self pollination, autogamy means transfer of pollen grains within the same flower. Okay, geitonogamy, within the different flowers but of the same plant. And cross pollination or xenogamy, allogamy means different flowers of different plant. It is the third condition. So here this is autogamy, within the same flower. This is geitonogamy, within the different flowers of the same plant. And cross pollination or allogamy or xenogamy, different flowers of different plant. Clear? Now I will describe about the different types of autogamy. Autogamy can be of two types, homogamy and cleistogamy or chasmogamy. So what is homogamy? In case of homogamy, the flowers are obviously aerial and open at the both the anthers and the stigma open at the same time. Okay, this is homogamy. Flowers are aerial and obviously open flowers, and the stamens and stigma mature at the same time. Example, wheat, rice. But in case of cleistogamy and chasmogamy, the main character of cleistogamy, that is cleistogamous flowers, the pollination in case of these flowers, these are mostly underground flowers, remain closed throughout their whole life. And chasmogamous flowers means these flowers mainly open. Cleistogamy means these are closed flower and underground flower. And chasmogamous flowers are mainly open, aerial, but during the fruit formation these flowers mainly become cleistogamous type. During fruit formation, these chasmogamous flowers belongs to just like that cleistogamous. Mainly during flower formation, chasmogamous flower become closed. Okay, so this is about cleistogamous and chasmogamous flowers. And the examples of homogamy, wheat and rice, but is example of cleistogamy and chasmogamy. Oxalis is the best example. Commelina bengalensis, these are the best examples of cleistogamous and chasmogamous flowers. Clear? And now you have to read about the advantages of self and cross pollination. So what are advantages of self pollination? Self pollination mainly occurs within the same plants, either of the within the same flowers of the same plants or of the different flowers of the same plant. So there is a very little or no chance of loss of pollen grains, right? There is no chance or very little chance of loss of pollen grains, or there is very little chance of failure of pollination. Next, purity is obviously maintained. Mainly it is occurring within the same plant, so purity of the parent is maintained in the offsprings. Next, the flowers need not be large and showy, because attraction by the insects, it is not necessary in this kind of pollination. So the flowers need not be large and showy, and nectars need not be produced. But there are obviously disadvantages, that it produces some weaker progeny, and those are very much non-resistant to disease, but resistance powers of the offsprings gradually decreases. Clear? I will describe about the differences between self and cross pollination. First, in case of self pollination, there is no or little chance of loss of pollen. But in case of cross pollination occurs by external agents. It may be either wind, water, insects, or by human beings, or sometimes by birds. So external agent is required. In case of self pollination, no external agent is required. In case of cross pollination, as it is taking place by the help of external agent, so there is a high chance of loss of pollen grains. There is a no or little chance of loss of pollens. Next, purity is maintained. Obviously, one plant body is involved, so purity of the mother plant is maintained in the offsprings. Mixing of the genetical characters of the both the parents, so purity is not maintained. Nectar not needed. Here, insects or birds, mainly attraction by the insects or birds is necessary, so nectar is needed. Next, flowers should not be showy or colorful, and because of the attraction of insects or birds, flowers should be colorful or showy, and leads to the weaker progeny. And here the stronger progeny will be developed, and stronger progeny obviously resistant to disease. Here resistant power gradually decreases. Next, about the difference of self and cross pollination. Good characters, mainly some medicinally important characters or economically important characters, are restored. Here all the good qualities cannot be restored because of the mixing of the two characters of the two parent plant bodies. So any good qualities cannot be restored, and any kind of harmful characters can be eliminated if mother plant body having any kind of harmful characters because of the mixing up of both the parent plant characters. So any kind of harmful characters can be eliminated. Here harmful characters present in the parent not eliminated, so harmful characters can be carried forward to the or can be inherited in the next generation. It results in homozygous variety because obviously only single plant is involved. Here two plant body is involved, so hybrids or heterozygotes are produced. It does not produce variation. Obviously hybrids as well as variation is produced, and anther and stigma mature at the same time. Here they mature at different times. So here this is the difference between self and cross pollination.